Chelsea beating Wolves 6-2 in game week 2 of the Premier League season, one of the most exciting games so far, and I really think it's shaping up to be one of the greatest Premier League seasons ever. A lot of very good matches, back and forth action between Chelsea and Wolves. Just when you think the first half is going to finish 1-1, the dying seconds, dying minutes, it ends up being 2-2. Second half, Chelsea completely destroy Wolves. And I think part of that is the fact that Mudryk got subbed off at halftime. We'll get to Mudryk in a second, but I do want to talk a little bit first about Enzo Maresca. We've said it on the podcast quite a few times. He's going to need a little bit of time. Pep Guardiola has said, as long as Chelsea give him a little bit of time, it will work. I thought it was going to take an entire season. It's looking like it's going to be a lot faster than that. The team is finally starting to play the style and the system that he wants them to play. And I think now, with the additions of Joao Felix and Pedro Neto, it was clear that both of those players fit into his system and what he wants to do. And I think because he didn't have Cole Palmer, Joao Felix, Pedro Neto, and a couple of other players in the preseason, fans were very worried. We saw a lot of people on social media talking about Enzo Maresca out. They didn't want to give him a chance. And now Chelsea fans are very excited because they haven't seen a performance like this from Chelsea in a very long time. Even Nicholas Jackson played well. And when he plays well, you know something is going on behind the scenes. So first of all, let's just start with Noni Madueke with the hat trick. Fantastic performance. So dangerous on the wing. As good of a performance as he had. And you think if someone scores 3 goals in one game, they're going to be the man of the match. The real man of the match is Cole Palmer. Ice cold Cole Palmer. The man scores 1 goal and gets a hat trick of assists. He is on my fantasy Premier League team, so he got me quite a few points. And he's such a good player. He's just so smart, so dangerous. Any time in the final third, if you give him space to take a shot, he's going to finish. If you give him space to find a pass, he's going to find the right pass. And I think that link up with Madueke was fantastic. The goal that he scored to chip the Wolves goalkeeper, I mean, just the amount of quality it takes to see the goalkeeper out and then just finish it like it was almost like it was a tap-in. Cole Palmer really is something special, and I think Chelsea have done a really good job of signing him to a longer contract and making sure that he stays a Blue for a long time. It's not all sunshine and roses though, and I think that was one of the things I wanted to highlight. Very important for me. There's 2 players specifically that I feel like are not going to be a long-term solution for Chelsea. And even in this match, winning 6-2, I think they showed it. The first one is Mudryk. Subbed off at halftime. Enzo Maresca comes out after the game and says that he was not pleased with his performance, the decisions that he's making. And I think, listen, as much as Chelsea wish that he was the player that they wanted the player that they bought, he is not that player. When he was playing away from the Premier League in the Turkish league, he was such a good player, but it's so difficult to tell when you bring him to the Premier League because a lot of players will struggle. I think technically he's good. He's a very good player. He's dangerous on the wings. I just don't think he has the intelligence factor for the Premier League to really do something, really do enough creatively in the final third. And I think he struggled with that. And I think he continues to struggle with that. I can see Enzo Maresca, why he's backing him and why he's saying that he needs to be patient and they need to show him how to make better decisions. But ultimately, I mean, when you're under the microscope, especially at a club like Chelsea, where they're known for not having anything close to a permanent manager, Enzo Maresca cannot afford to sit there and hold somebody's hand because he's the one that's going to be sacked in the end for it. So I think it's about time in game week 3 that we should see Mudryk back on the bench, being replaced by any one of the players that they've gotten, whether it's Pedro Neto, whether it's Joao Felix, and you have a few more options. So I think Mudryk needs to be left behind. I don't think he's part of this project. I don't think he should be part of this project. I don't think he's good enough. The second one, and I'm going to phrase it like this, is Moises Caicedo is not a player that is going to be in your starting 11 if you want to win a Premier League. If you want to get top 4, maybe. If you want to get top 6, probably. every time I see him play, I see him once or twice a game give up the ball in a very dangerous position where a team like Wolves might not necessarily punish you for it, but a team like Manchester City, Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool, any one of the top 4 teams is absolutely going to rob you in the middle of the park, and the ball's going to be in the back of the net within 2 or 3 seconds. Moises Caicedo, under less pressure, does better, but if Chelsea are serious about trying to get back to where they were and contest for the Premier League, I don't think Moises Caicedo is going to be the 6 that they're going to have there in their starting spot. I think that's one of those that in the next year or two should be a position that they'll be looking to replace Caicedo for, or just with a different player. I think they need somebody who's a little bit more tidy on the ball and understands when pressure's around him that he can't lose the ball in those dangerous positions. I was not super happy with Caicedo's performance, just like I wasn't happy with Mudryk. However, the rest of the Chelsea squad, I think, played a fantastic game, finally starting to show that all of the money that they've invested is worth it. And then give Enzo Maresca a little bit of time, and you'll see tactically that he knows what he's doing. I think week 1 is difficult because any team playing against Manchester City at the moment, unless it's Liverpool or Arsenal, are going to have to play a different style than they're going to play in the rest of their matches. So week 1 almost, I don't want to say it doesn't count for Chelsea, but it's not a true showing of where they're at. And I still don't think that they're going to contest for the Premier League this season, but I do think now they are seriously, after that performance, they are seriously going to be in the conversation all season long for top 4 and getting Champions League. So, Chelsea fans, what did you guys think about that performance? Not just Chelsea, but just watching that game. What a fun game to watch. I mean, back and forth action in the first half, absolute domination in the second half. What did you guys think? Am I right when I'm talking about Caicedo and Mudryk? Do you guys think that they should be given a chance? Are you guys still Enzo Maresca out, for those that were saying that? And I mean, Cole Palmer, what an absolute legend that guy is becoming. So let me know in the comment section down below. Chelsea fans should be happy. Again, it's going to make for a really exciting Premier League this season.